I'm Stila Webb.
And I'm Shuvom and
I'm going to write my first fiction novel this year.
And I'm going to film it.
And we're going to release one video each week.
And if you keep up with Stila's word count, by the end of 2017, you'll have...
D-Spock!
Alright, it's here.
It's time to write.
From when you're watching this video, your job was to get 500 words a day, no matter what.
Until August 5th, and then you're done.
That's how many weeks it'll take to get a 90,000 word first draft, which is a good sized first draft.
That's 26 weeks.
500 words a day, no matter what. Whether you feel like it or not, it's 1 page of written words a day. That's what it'll take if you're serious about having your book in your hands by the end of the year. Okay? It's an incredible feeling to pick up your own book and leaf through it. So if you want this for you, 500 words a day until August.
Yeah, that's me. I have to do 500 words a day until August.
Yeah. So I've done this twice already. She's doing it for the first time. So all the same fears and doubts that you have, Stila has as well. We're going to help you through it, and we've got a lot of tips and tricks and nubs.
What? And tidbits and morsels
and snatches.
Crumbs. Whoa, whoa. Don't edit. Keep editing and writing as separate as you can.
Yeah. When you're starting each day, don't go to the top of your manuscript and see what you can fix before getting to the blank spot. Start at the blank spot.
I usually start about 1 page earlier and just read through to get myself back into the story. I might change a word, but I keep the big edits until the end.
Yeah. Start at the blank spot. All that time you spend on editing is time you're losing getting your 500 words. We have lots of months set up for editing. Do the big edits later. Right now, production.
Writing is like anything else. You can't wait for your emotions to get you into the mood to write. You get yourself there by doing it.
Yeah. Think of it like practicing the guitar. You can't only play the guitar when you're good at it. You got to start when you're bad. And even if you don't feel like it, you have to keep practicing every day until you get good. You're going to start out badly. That's okay. Treat it like practice. Treat it like any other skill. Playing the guitar, chiseling, whittling, chewing that little seed. I'm trying to think of other skills. Bike riding, bike falling.
Sex.
We talked about the book Telling Lies for Fun and Profit last time, and I was reading a section. His friend says, "Oh, I don't feel like writing, but I have a deadline coming up." Lawrence Block's advice? Do it anyway. You may have to take the whole page out in editing. Do it anyway.
No practice is bad practice.
Treat it like a job. If you have to go to the office every day, you can't just not feel like it. Treat the 500 words a day like a job.
A job that you want to do, but
Yeah.
a job.
Yeah.
Use placeholders wisely. You want to use them anytime it takes you more than 5 minutes to write a particular section, but don't use them for every little thing just to make yourself go faster. You're just making added work for yourself later.
Yeah. Character names that you don't know yet, place names you don't know yet, those are okay to put in capital letters and then find and replace them later. But things like the love interest, the MacGuffin, you shouldn't
Whole conversations.
Yeah, you shouldn't type interesting conversation here.
Oof.
Don't do that. But if you don't know some guy's name, just type in Brock in all capital letters, and you can replace that later. So, 500 words a day. How are you going to find the time to do that? It's going to be about an hour a day. What I try to do is I try to do it first. Before your chores, before your other tasks, before you walk the dog, do your 500 words a day and get them out of the way.
I'm the opposite. I do my chores first, so that when I have free time and I sit down, I don't feel anything else is in my way.
It's also important to have a space to do it in. In Stephen King's book on writing, he talks about how he wrote his first book, Carrie, in the laundry room of his trailer, because that's the only space that had a door.
Doors are super important. I didn't realize quite how important they were until I started trying to write in my room, which does not have a door, and everybody was coming in all the time. He would come in to talk to me, the dog would come in looking for me, the cat was on the desk, nightmare. So now I have a screen that goes across my room.
Let's give you a peek. Here's the makeshift door into Stila's room.
Welcome to my writing space. As you can see, there are no doors. What we have here is a lovely window So I added a curtain so I can close it off. This is a good warning to anybody coming down the hall that I'm writing, and it also helps in case anybody's watching television in the other room. I can just close it off and feel like I've got my own space. I have my handy dandy writing scarf. I really like this scarf, but I only allow myself to wear it when I'm actually going to write. And now I'm ready to write.
And how do you close off the space?
And to make sure that nobody bothers me, like the dog or the husband, I just close this, and everybody knows that I'm busy writing and nobody bothers me. And that's my space.
So this is my writing studio. Up here we've got a whiteboard with the rising arcs for my plot. Here's some great moments I want to include. Here's the cover for Infinity Squad 1. This is what your calendar should look like. 500 words a day. Stila has a writing scarf. I have a writing towel. I only use these towels when I'm writing. And I lay them under my keyboard to keep my hands warm. These are the different Blake Snyder beats we talked about. I remember to remind me in every scene. And finally, this is a framed copy of the first check I ever got from Amazon. It feels awesome to be a paid writer. So stick with us for this year. We might be able to get you to the same place. But most importantly, the writing room has a door. And when I shut it, it's writing time. 500 words a day, again, should take you about an hour. If you're rolling at the end of the day, just keep going. You know, put extra time in it. When you get in there, some people call it the zone.
Yeah.
Some people call it, being in the flow. Patrick Rothfuss calls it the madness space. It's the best description I heard. When you're going and the world doesn't exist, just keep going. Once you get in there, it's so easily broken. Any distraction can break you out of it. Once you get into that madness space, you want to stay as long as you can.
500 isn't a limit. It's just a beginning. If you end up with 3,000-4,000 words in one day, fantastic. Work with it. You'll need that extra space.
Yeah, give yourself some cushion. One way to find extra time for the 500 words a day is to use your commute. I used to listen to podcasts on my commute into work every day, but you can actually use it to plan plot points. You can't actually write. You can't get into the noun, verb, structure, what sentence is coming next, but you can say, oh, this should happen, then this should happen. After I stopped listening to podcasts, I found a lot more extra time for my 500 words a day.
I like to do it sometimes when I'm walking the dog. Put on some music, and just for a half an hour, I get to think about my story. I get to decide, what am I going to write about today? How is he going to feel about this? How is she going to react?
Yeah.
And then by the time I sit down, I'm ready to write the scene.
It's our most drink-tastic video yet.
We do like our water. Peanut butter jelly, 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 baseball bat, peanut butter jelly, peanut butter jelly, peanut butter jelly, baseball bat.